Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning. Almost 3 a.m. for me. Saturday. Wonderful morning with my lovely, wonderful wife, Kelly, here. We are not sure if we'll have many join here tonight, but just in case there are, and I want to share the standard caveat here. We will not allow abusive behaviors. We will not allow browbeating. All the stuff that I was hoping to avoid in other so-called Christian channels. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's one that's kind of sort of maybe left out there that I'm aware of, and I've had to abandon praises now. Apparently, I am oversensitive for wanting to ask everybody to agree with Jesus, to always love each other, and never tolerate abusive behaviors. So Mr. Praise has violated that trust. Really, really appreciate Gavin constantly trying to just encourage me to still feel invited. It's not going to happen anymore. Too many counterexamples, whatever you want to call it. So I'm hoping to, again, solicit genuinely interested. You don't have to be Christian, but you certainly have to be civilized. Be able to have basic respect. And if you need to prove someone lies about something or is a heretic or isn't a scientist or whatever, all the gobbledygook, you need to present it in a civilized, logical, non-fallacious format. Otherwise, you will not be welcome here. Otherwise, everything and all other forms of communication are welcomed and tolerated and even loved. I will die for your right to be able to disagree with me. Like Heinlein said, I cannot learn from a man who agreed with me. So, that said, I'll sit here and speak with my lovely wife. Hey, Guru lady. Everybody else, I'd like to join in. You're welcome. Oh, trying to, again, just relax, calm down, and reflect tonight before we have a nice, good night's sleep. Resting in my love with the Lord. He's brought me here where things are clear and trials turn to gold. He shared with me his victory he won in days of old. Oh Lord, I don't deserve the riches of your word, but you've changed my filthy rags to linen white as snow. The view from here is nothing near to what it is for you. I tried to see your plan for me, but I only acted like I knew. Oh Lord, forgive the times I tried to read your mind, because you said if I'd be still, then I would hear your voice. My Lord, my King, my urge to sing and praise the things above. No words can say the glorious way you changed me with your love. He's brought me low so I could know the way to reach the heights, to forsake my dreams, my self-esteem, and give up all my rights. With each one that I lay down, a jewel's placed in my crown, because his love, the things above, is all we'll ever need. He's brought me here where things are clear and trials turn to gold. Amen. All right. Yeah, I need to stop hoping to find peaceful conversations in some of these channels, Guru Lady. So I'll talk about a little bit here, but I'm really genuinely hoping to find or to have here what I can't find elsewhere out there in this YouTube or Facebook or whatever social media, whatever you want to call it. And I would love if others can show me where there are good, and there's some Discord channels I'm invited with right now that do not tolerate
nonsense.
Trying to be respectful, that don't tolerate inhumanity. They're rare. So well, Guru, if you want to join in voice chat, we'd welcome to speak with you as well. Yeah, I don't know where to begin. Otherwise, Kelly and I were talking about it together and just kind of encouraging each other and sharing our own understanding of things.
The thing is, and the first thing I wanted to say is that I don't think that God is up there saying, "Hey, you have to behave like a Christian and love your neighbor as yourself everywhere except the internet."
Sorry, Veckel.
I don't.
I didn't see the internet exclusion clause in the Bible.
Yeah, I think that when one allows those kind of behaviors to continue, and they were constant, as you saw.
Yeah, good half hour's worth of just nonstop abuse by Christians.
It's just about every time you're in there, if not every time you're in there, they come in and immediately start in on you. And to not only tolerate that, but to permit it, and then turn around, and even though Joel has taken great strides to not return evil with evil,
yeah,
he's him calling out their behavior is not evil. It's simply saying that it's wrong and it needs to stop. Even if he shouts it, it's just still saying that it's wrong and it needs to stop. He does not engage with the same demeaning and insulting behaviors that they do.
It's not being sensitive.
Yeah, it's not being
standing up for doing what's right.
That's right. And to allow them to continue in those behaviors. Can you hear me okay? If we can, Joel, just accidentally cover the mic, but is to actively participate in it. And I'm sorry to repeat, but that's the truth. If you allow it and not do anything about it to stop it, then you're just as much of a bully as they are. I mean, it's just real simple stuff. Because the only way you can effectively stop bullies is to remove the bullies.
Well,
hello.
Hi, welcome. Yeah, they constantly like to play back Gavin about not allowing drama queens, but then they allow drama queens.
That's right.
How you doing, Drew?
Oh my god. And you missed the fun after you left.
You know, I probably really didn't.
Oh. Because not only I was AFK, I was checking on my mom because I thought I heard her calling me, so I went to go run to her bedroom to make sure she was okay. But of course, they share screened when I popped up in Discord, and it's like, and they're bad mouthing me, and it's like, okay, I told you I was AFK to check my mom, and you wait till I leave the computer to pop it in, and then everybody was, like, Will was bad-mouthing me, and Lena, of course, and just, they were just allowing it, and it's like, what the heck? And then Gavin was, I don't know if it was Gavin or Praise, but one of them was doing the musical chair channel thing. It was giving, I actually got a headache now from it. And it's like, ow.
Well, that's what happened when people disagree with Jesus, you know. Instead of loving everybody and treating everybody with respect and kindness like he demands, they just want to just treat everybody like other humans do, you know. Just like pagans and whatever do.
Yeah, it's like the, you know, proverbial gladiator arena. Can you hear me okay, honey?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It's like the gladiator arena. They like to see people get ripped apart because as much as they say they hate drama, that's something I've also noticed too. Anybody that says I hate drama usually loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, watch them. They love it.
Oh, I know. And then like you know, he came Stanford Truth came in, and Praise is like, hey, yeah, what about this works for selfish? It's like, why did you do that? Bring up that thing? That was like a broken record and a dead horse. Well, it's like, why? You know that's going to cause trouble.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, so that's why I need to. And if you know of other YouTubers out there, you know, Christian or otherwise, that do also want to encourage just again civilized conversation, let me know because it's just the channel that I found. John's channel.
Gavin.
Huh?
Gavin's in the chat. Shalom.
Hey, Mr. Gavin.
Hey,
Gavin, you are wonderful, buddy. I really appreciate you, and I apologize. I know you've been trying keep Mrs. Joel and I in that channel, but that was the final straw.
Yeah, that might be the final straw for me too. I everybody's like, "Oh, you're lying," and he can't take it. I was like, "No, I've been watching this with my own eyeballs. They've been name calling him in chat, and their praise was allowing it. I mean, and it was just ooh, yuck. It was sad too because we were having such a good conversation
Yep.
too.
It was fun, yeah. It
It was
was in the
so
beginning.
fun, and then certain people had to come in and wreck it.
Well, they were allowed to come in and wreck
Ugh.
it, and then instead of addressing, because like I was saying a few minutes ago, Joel has taken great strides in not returning in kind the name calling and all the ugliness. As far, I mean, like I was saying a minute ago, Joel shouting alone, saying that he's not going to tolerate this stuff. That's not enough. That doesn't make Joel guilty. That means he's angry that when he wants it to stop. He never engaged in kind with any of them.
Well, I called Nina a fascist accidentally.
Oh, okay. Then you did engage once in kind.
Well, then I corrected myself. She's acting like a fascist, but I guess
That
regardless,
doesn't help much.
you can only tolerate. You only take so much abuse. Freaking,
Well,
we're only human.
And anybody that allows it is actually guilty of the same. Again, like I said a few minutes ago, the only way to stop bullying behavior is to remove the bullies.
Right. And so that's what I'm getting at, Gavin, since, I know you try your best, but Praise has made it clear he's not willing to help create a calm Christian environment in my opinion, for the last time. So I can't allow myself to make or to exceed what Kelly describes as our margin of error. I can't control myself perfectly, so I need to remove those temptations. I need to exercise myself from the inhumane environment so that my nature to want to stand up against bullies doesn't cause me to sin. So I will not be going back. Everybody else is welcome here. And again, if everybody knows of other channels that actually does not tolerate those kind of behaviors, let me know. That's what I'm doing. I'm seeking preferably Christians, but just civilized conversations, people to hang out with. Fellowship.
Yeah,
I do appreciate, Gavin. I know that that's not your channel, but I appreciate you trying to take a stand best you can.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Gavin.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong job. I'm on the wrong job, eh? I should be black and I should be gay. Then I'll be getting paid heaps.
Oh, yeah. According to what?
According to Joe Biden's new cabinet that he announced today.
Oh, no.
I'm serious.
Well, you're not black enough, Gavin, unless you voted for him, remember? I mean, even though you're a Kiwi and all.
Well, he made special mention when he announced that his cabinet was formed.
Mm-hmm.
He made special mention to say that for the first time in US history, he has appointed a black finance minister. And even more, there's more, folks, that for the first time in US history, he has appointed an openly gay man as part of his cabinet. And that was the highlights of his cabinet speech.
Yeah.
I doubt that's true because I've known plenty of people of that persuasion on cabinets that they didn't need to make a big deal about it. So regardless of his racism and whatever, Biden's racism, it's just irrelevant.
Think about it too, It don't matter if they're gay or they're black or whatever, sexual orientation or the color of skin. It depends on if they can do the job right.
What was that name of that one senator that was accused of playing footsie in a male bathroom in an airport between stalls, and the Democrat Party demanded he resign, and he did. He was a Republican. I forget who. You don't remember?
This is the first time I've heard it.
It was years ago. Y'all keep talking. I'll try to look it up.
Google to the rescue.
I wouldn't know. Praise is taking his walk at the moment, so I've left them all to I've left them all to talk smack about
Yeah, I
anybody
didn't
they
like
want.
that. I went AFK and they started praise threw me basically under the bus. Didn't I mean while I was checking on my mom, I wasn't even near my computer, and come back to find everybody bad mouthing me, and not giving me a chance to say my piece or defend myself. So it's like, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
Well, Guru, I apologize. I don't remember hearing you say anything controversial. What were they bad
I
mouthing you
popped it
about?
in Discord and they screen shared what I said in Discord about how I was defending you and that I've
Hmm.
been seeing it for months about them bad mouthing you, and they're like, oh, she's,
Huh.
what is she talking about? Blah 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 blah. And he's been nothing but good to Joel. And I'm thinking, were we watching the same things? Cause no, he wasn't.
Yeah, poor Joel. He doesn't even understand how good, I guess. Praise is tried, but then he makes, I don't know if it's mistakes or he just doesn't really genuinely care. I don't know, and I guess I don't care. I can't tolerate those who don't want to follow Christ and demand everybody love each other.
Well, and I tried to talk, and Will kept interrupting me, and it's like, can I get a word edgewise?
Isn't there something in the Bible that talks about, being careful about who you keep company with?
Thank you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but for the goodness of me, I don't know my scripture that well, but I
It'll
know it.
be it'll be in Proverbs, I guarantee it.
See, this is why I need to read more. I don't get the time. That's
Well,
why.
that's what fellowship's for.
Yep, because we learn from each other. We're all human and we have very limited um, ability to recall information, so that's why fellowship is so important.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I like watching Shepherd's Chapel on YouTube. He streams at 24/7, and so it's like when I need something, I could just go click, and there it is, and I can just soak it up, write it down, try to remember some of it. Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It is too late for me to be doing this. So, Joel, where do you guys live again? What state?
We're in Texas.
God, I might have to move there. Time to succeed. Move.
Yep. Yeah, I was born and raised in Houston, and then went everywhere. And then let Callie drag me to California for a few years, and we came back.
Oh my God, you
You
actually
are
made it out of there
grateful.
alive?
Yeah, barely. Barely. Yeah.
You
Here
poor
we go.
thing.
Here it is. It's 1 Corinthians 15:33. This is the first one.
Thank you.
Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals.
Amen.
And Proverbs 13:20 says, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to write that down.
Psalm 1 through...
Direct message me that so I can look it up later.
Right here, Psalm 1 through 2. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night.
Yeah, it's like one thing that kind of I wanted to get into, but I didn't get the chance to. Somebody mentioned that they hoped the rapture would hurry up and get here so they can. It's like, rapture's not in the Bible. It's a miss. We've got to go through everything. We're not going to be taken away before it all happens. Cat, you chew my cord, we're going to have issues. Get away
Yeah,
from my
we have a
paperwork.
baby kitten like that too.
Well, she's laying in the crook of my arm right now. She's 16 years old and she knows better. Yes. Ow. And it's like,
Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of
I
sinners.
just read that one. Yeah.
I'm reading again. Nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law he meditates day and night.
saving. So what version is this?
English Standard Version.
Oh.
Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and not do what I tell you? Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh, I love that verse. That's Luke. Poor Luke. Gotta look the rest of that context up.
Oh yeah. I don't know. There's some interesting phrases that I've actually liked, and they're not in the Bible, but well, I actually got it from the movie, the Stigmata, the Gospel of Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and talks about how God is inside me and all around me. He's not found in a building of mud and clay. Pick up a stone, you shall find me. Cleave a piece of wood, and I am there. And I just love that. You know, it's like, because everybody's like, you gotta go to church, you gotta go to church. And it's like, the piece of wood, and I am there. And I just love that. Ooh.
Love your enemies. Do good to them. Do not condemn others, or it will come back against you.
I've just put a link in the chat to the rapture if anyone's interested.
Yeah, I thought so. Rapture. False doctrine. The only time there's anything about being a carrying away is when two are in the field and one gets pulled. The first one goes and the other one stays, and it's like, no. If I'm in the flesh, and somebody comes to me and says he's Jesus and starts doing miracles, I'm running the opposite way because it's not him.
I should have been quoting this a lot sooner, guys. Right here, this is so brilliant. Why do you keep calling me Lord, Lord when you don't do what I say? I will show you what it's like when someone comes to me, listens to my teaching, and then follows it. It's like a person building a house who digs deep and lays the foundation on solid rock. When the floodwaters rise and break against that house, it stands firm because it is well built. But anyone who hears and doesn't obey is like a person who builds a house right on the ground without a foundation. When the floods sweep down against that house, it will collapse into a heap of ruins. Like all those people that say, yeah, I was a Christian once, but then I realized it was wrong. I grew up. Collapsed into a heap of ruins. Sorry. All right.
You're fine. I'm just looking something up, too. Let's see. Luke 6. Man, I'm about ready to get myself some of those little posty notes so I could pop them in here. Everybody's like, oh, you could write in the Bible. Nope. Don't do that. I don't write in the Bible. Maybe on the back cover, but not in it.
Yeah. I'm going to share Gavin's. Oh, Gavin, did you just drop out?
Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I shall show to whom he is like. Amen. Which built the house dig deep.
Maybe he'll come back soon.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to read this whole thing. No.
The word rapture does not occur in the Bible.
Nope. It does
I mean,
not.
there's descriptions of it, but it's not. Yeah, the word rapture isn't there, but yeah, God will take us up in heaven. In the twinkling of an eye at the last trumpet. Finally, beam us up. Oh, hallelujah. So yeah, Drew, I really appreciate you and the others, a few others that try to stand up. Just want to have a nice, good fun.
I don't like bullies.
Well, I don't like having to call them out. It's my nature. Everybody's got different personality types. My personality does not tolerate bullies. That's why I was such a good soldier.
That's like I was talking to M. Bond, and we didn't agree on some stuff, and we were almost antagonical. But then, he was helping me out, and I was talking to him, and, you know, not perfect, but I mean, some of them were really nice. Like Veckel was nice, and then he's like, right up until the point where he says, "Oh, well, this is the internet. If you can't take it," and it's like, that don't mean nothing.
Yep. We addressed that too. And hello, Jesse Camping.
Jesse.
Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible that you have to obey Christ until you're on the internet, and then it's a free for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are the people that simply want to love Christ and do what he says? Where are they at? Where why is this so rare? Why do I have to ask this question?
I think that we've entered the great apostasy.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, thing is, you could start a Discord, let people know that you're gonna be here. So anybody who is over there wants to come over here and actually learn God's love and actually wants to have a good discussion, not arguments, not yelling, not screaming.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You mean
Well, no
like
insulting, no name calling, no
Yeah. Totally.
falsely accusing somebody, no falsely accusing them of lying, none of that.
well, like I said in the beginning of my stream here, if you must call somebody out on an alleged lie, at least be civilized about it. Be an adult.
Yeah, obviously, that not quite was what was happening. I mean,
Yeah. So all right.
Hi,
I'm gonna try to encourage that. Welcome back, Evan.
hi.
Shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. I.
You all right over there?
That was a beautiful
Oi.
structure.
So just as an FYI, so I have spoken with another lifelong friend of mine who might want to start joining some of these channels as well. And I was going to try to get him to come with the praises, but he's not. So, Gavin, you've asked if I could find some other scientist or engineer guys, and we talked a little bit about this, but so he's not like a scientist necessarily, but he is a professional, I guess, theologian.
Right.
Hey, Jesse. He's been to seminary. He's done ministry all over the planet. He's a really awesome guy. He's got 4 beautiful children and just lovely family. And so it's going to be a blessing to to bring him in.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I don't know. And I don't know if he and I necessarily agree on everything doctrinally or not. I think we do.
That's where the fun starts.
Well, the point is that we've been friends forever. How old am I?
Old.
516?
At least.
Yeah. And we've been friends for at least half of that. So that's how it should be.
You're only a toddler, Joel, compared to Noah.
Hmm?
You're only a toddler compared to Noah.
Not quite that old yet. Anyway, but yeah.
Shalom, Jesse. Jesse
Yes,
from Canada.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Doing well.
Another argument tonight, eh?
Yeah, and I made the mistake to letting them beat me down, so I'm really appreciating you guys coming to help lift me back up and lift each other up.
I didn't watch much of it. I just caught the very end of it.
If I know anything, it's still going.
I can't listen to that young fella that's on there. I can't listen to him.
Yeah.
I try to chew him out a little bit, but again, to no avail.
He's
Nah, when you can't mute him, he just doesn't give a moment. Oh. And then it's just like, nope, done. When you're giving under 18-year-olds, admin.
Yeah.
Well, we've got all ranges of temperaments for our kids. We got like AJ. He's pretty darn chill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should dare share any of some of the stories of how he dealt with bullies, but it's pretty funny.
Basically, he used humor and won.
Yes.
Jesse.
Yep.
Did you jump on the stream when all the argument was going on?
Just at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I kind of flipped it back and saw it was arguing, and
Right.
so then I kind of I kept checking it tonight, but
It
it
had
was
the stream had been going for
quite a long
I
time.
don't know, maybe 3 hours. It had been going great. It was
It was
awesome.
so fun, and then
Yeah.
blah.
Well,
It was like, darn gummit, we actually got into some good context too, you know.
I'll
Did
go
you
ahead
go
and
on it?
apologize for any mistakes I may have made.
You didn't do nothing. You're fine.
You
Are
had
they?
every right to. You had every right to be angry at the fact that they allowed her into the voice chat and she
Yep.
immediately jumped on you. You had
Yeah.
every right after all the things that she said in text chat already and all the things she said over the past months already.
Lena.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And the thing is too, though, is like when we kept trying to have her ask somebody else or just pull it out, just ask the question in general. Nope, she kept saying Joel's name. And it's like, no,
Yep.
he doesn't want to talk to you. Ask everybody else.
Well, I tried to bury her own hatchet and lowered myself by saying, look, if you can at least pretend to apologize, then maybe we can talk. She couldn't even do that.
Well, no, she's not going to because that's not her goal.
I know.
Hey,
fact
Jeremy,
is-
trust me, you didn't miss. You would be glad you missed it. It was pretty bad.
And what is? Are they still stuck on this once saved, always saved thing
Yep.
too?
And I love praise, but boy, he stirred the kettle with that one. It's like, why would you like bring that up when you know that's going to be causing trouble?
Yeah, and then it got into politics.
Politics is fine.
I think the politics wasn't too bad. I think the problem was when he started doing the Nazi denial thing or the numbers thing, and it's like, why bring that up? It happened. It was really hideously bad. Next subject, please. Hopefully a better one.
I was cool with all that. You know, I didn't. I don't mind people questioning the numbers. I mean, okay, you can be skeptical of that. He's not denying anything happened. He's saying that it maybe the numbers aren't correct, which I don't care. That doesn't bother me. The part that did is allowing a well-known instigator of nonsense to come into voice, and then allowing her to continually try to pick a fight again with Joel. That's when I was like,
she was doing it in the chat too.
I know it.
She was
I
like
read it.
just like deny her. It's like I kept wanting to time her out, but I didn't have that fun. It's weird. I can only do it for certain people, and I couldn't do it for her. And it's just like,
I just find if she doesn't agree, then just leave it at that. That's
exactly
the things she's arguing about aren't important.
That's the problem, though. It's like they keep bringing it up, and they keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
The work salvation thing. It's like, okay, you told him. Now it's up to Joel to decide between him and God.
Well, and it's based on a false accusation in the first place because
it is. Yeah.
Joel's not saying, you know, you could lose your salvation somewhere down the line. He's saying that the works that you do, your behavior and how you treat other people is evidence of you being saved in the first place.
And that's exactly what you said at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I heard that.
So they keep going back to, Joel's the work salvation guy. It's just at that point, it's bearing false witness. They're lying. They're violating God's laws again.
Broken record. It's like, move on, pick a different subject, you know, and it's just like, but no, they want to go back to it. And it's like, he's already answered the question. What does it matter? Let's go.
What's happening is that they want the conflict.
Yeah.
They want the strife to continue, and that's the only plausible explanation at this point.
Oh, you saved stuff,
hey,
did you?
Integrity, welcome to the stream.
Just a quick caveat: the praise I am capture I did there, that was standing for truth using Praise's name.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Quite literally.
Shalom, shalom, integrity, shalom, brother.
Hey,
Welcome to the
Josiah.
not so crazy but very nice people. Ah.
Yep, this is the fun and love I've been enjoying from Christians.
Oh no. What's this?
This is
Oh,
just
you're-
a small snippet over the months.
No, yeah. Wow, that's Praise saying that?
No,
No.
again, that's standing for truth using Praise's account.
Oh, I see. Okay. What the fears?
That was cute. So yeah.
Holy biscuits and gravy. What is...
Yeah, so I was told I was too sensitive tonight for standing up to it again.
You weren't. You weren't.
No,
too sensitive.
too great. What is...
Yeah, so I was
What happened? What?
I was trying to figure out how to get his mute thing, and
Who was the other person?
that was one of the
Jefferson.
atheists, Jeff. I was going to see if he could see if he could be civilized, and I guess not. So he left. That was one of the
Jefferson.
atheists, Jeff. I was going to see if he could see if he could be civilized, and I guess not. He excused himself.
Stay away from Jefferson, Joel.
Well, I used to have respect for Jay, so I try to again. I'm a very forgiving person. Little Simon. So I keep trying like a fool, try to find people willing to be civilized together. So yeah, I'll tolerate people best I can here.
Well, again, don't wind up, doing the same thing as what's happening
Yep.
over in the other channel
Yep.
and allowing bullies to take hold.
This is everybody from Jay Passek's stream coming here.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good.
How's everybody?
Good.
Good, doing well, doing well.
Ah,
Who's
okay.
the new voice?
Simon.
Hi, Simon. I don't think I've met you before yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Hello, I'm Simos, and yeah, been around the community for a few years. So, nice to meet you. And
Yeah,
I'll try and be respectful as much as I can.
That's all we ask.
Yep.
Going along with the civilized people.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
So yeah, I don't know what the topic of conversation is. I don't want to derail it.
Oh no, you're good. It's
Well-
all open.
Yeah, no, again, you're welcome. And just to answer your question, I just wanted to start this stream just kind of as a general edification or just a way to kind of help build each other back up. Certainly myself after having a once decent, fun conversation earlier tonight
Cool.
that was ruined. So I'm trying to see if I can recapture that.
Oh dear.
So if that sounds interesting to you and you everybody here, please let's have fun and enjoy each other. And bring up whatever y'all feel like talking about.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't know what to say really, whether I should lead the conversation or not. I guess not, because I'm new.
Yeah.
One of the
Anybody got
good
any
things.
plans for this year?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a lung transplant this year. So,
Oh,
That's my plan.
awesome.
Another what? I'm sorry.
lung transplant.
A lung transplant.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, honey.
That's my goal.
That's a major. That's
Quite
a
a goal.
major.
Shit happens. You know what I mean?
What was it? What's wrong with your lungs in the first place? Cancer, cystic fibrosis?
No, pulmonary disease.
Oof.
Oh, honey.
My dad had that. No fun.
It's
That
not.
COPD. Ugh.
Yeah, it's no fun indeed. But we've all got our cross to bear, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
I'm an organ donor, so I'm up for that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, I don't want to do much, but it's like I'm not using this body after I'm gone. Might as well let somebody else have it.
Oh, I thought you would. I thought you were going to offer me a lung there. Okay, no problem.
Well, I'm a big tech geek, Simon. I don't know if you and I don't recall speaking with you before. I apologize if we have, but I don't know if this is grotesque to you or others or not, but there are very fascinating and successful technologies we could talk about where they are genetically modifying other lungs, even from other species, that are effectively oxygenating human blood.
Oh, you're talking about pig lungs?
Mm-hmm.
Pig. They'd have to. Pig is the closest right at the moment.
Yeah.
It might seem gross, but there's a lot of us. I'm a Christian. I'm a technologist. I look at our human body, our temple. It's a machine. God made a machine, and it can be fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
surprised that they
I-
haven't figured out how to clone the cells enough to like grow their own organs yet.
There is some success with that, Guru. It's stem cell technology, including with what they call adult stem cells, where they'll harvest it mostly from your stomach lining has a lot of untouched stem cells. The South Koreans they have done some amazing work with it. They've been able to grow entire body parts like a nose or an earlobe, pieces of hearts, kidneys. Even they are able to kind of reprogram a stem cell cluster and at least do partial transplants. And the technology is hopefully going to be used someday to literally grow any replacement part.
Yeah. I mean, stem cell injections are quite amazing, that's for sure. But fortunately and unfortunately, I live in the UK. And of course, we don't have advanced medicine in this country because we have the NHS. But then fortunately, we have the NHS. So, I can wait. I only have to wait a little while for a lung donation. So it's just
Yeah,
COVID.
one of my
COVID is stopping it at the moment.
One of my friends just did a charity stream on Twitch to raise money for a friend who had to get a hysterectomy. It was like, they're in the UK also, and it was like $5,000 to get that done. But she couldn't afford it, so we did a charity, and all we had to do was raise like an extra $100 for her to be able to get it done. And we raised about $250. Just small time people coming in, donating this and that.
There's no cost in the UK for medicine. I mean, it's all free.
Well, no direct cost.
Well, I mean, yeah, you might need, I suppose, to get some after operation care or whatever, but they don't send you home from the hospital unless you're able to be looked after. When I go in and have my operation, for instance, they'll put me up in a room on site, on the hospital site, for like a month or 2 months or something.
Well, I hope it works out for you, sir.
I'm sure it will. I have every confidence in the doctors. And they've been doing these operations for a long time, and my specialist is fantastic. So.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're a good specialist.
My wife Kelly here, her father died from lung cancer from smoking marijuana for his whole life. He was reduced to what was a quarter of one lung at one point before he passed away.
Yeah, but he was a tough old bird. Oh my gosh! So he was diagnosed.
Well, he had to have been to raise you. Oh, that's it.
You're so funny. Anyway, he came down with terminal lung cancer a grand total of 3 times. It took the 3rd time for it to finally take him out, but he was tough, man. Tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of horrific too. He says he was just kind of sitting on the couch.
Don't.
Oh,
yeah, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind.
It's okay.
Hoo-hoo-doo-doo.
Yeah, he lived for 5 years though, with it. Stage 4 lung cancer.
As you say, that's tough. That's tough. Both my parents passed from cancer as well.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We all got to go sometime. You know what I mean? They neither drink or smoke. It's kind of weird the way that works. You know what I mean?
If you don't mind me asking, how is your other lung?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I've got about I can't remember what they said, like a third capacity in my lungs in total. So, and you know, I'm quite young, so you know, I'm quite fit and all of that. So, you just put up with it. I mean, I don't think about it too much anymore. You know what I mean? I get up every day and I think, well, okay, another one to go. Here we go. Let's get on with it.
Yes, sir.
I'm quite a pragmatist in that way.
Yeah, before when I first started my stream tonight, I quoted from one of my favorite musicians, actually my favorite musician, singing about the song about how trials turn to gold.
Okay.
Things that we go through in life, just they teach us things.
And who's your favorite musician?
Oh, it's Keith Green.
I don't know Keith Green. I don't think.
Yeah, he's old school.
He's like
Okay.
what, 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
What's he play? I know that name. Why I can't place it though.
I don't know what genre he's from.
He's just a Christian musician. He was a child prodigy. Learned how to play piano rather proficiently for a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And became a Christian and just started putting out music and had this full-blown ministry.
Oh, he died in a car wreck?
Plane crash.
Plane crash. Yeah, okay, I know who he is, yeah.
Rich Mullins died in a car wreck. He's my second favorite.
No, so it's not Rich Mullins. I was placing him with Rich Mullins.
Nope.
Oh.
So is it like a folk singer or it's not heavy metal, obviously.
Yeah, I'd play some of his, but I get in trouble on YouTube.
That's okay. I'll YouTube it later. But
trials turn to gold.
I'm counting down the days till spring, man, because I want to get gardening again. Gardening.
Yeah. It's just around the corner.
I know.
That would be later season over here, man.
4 months. 4 more months.
Yeah. Y'all hear this Californian over here trying to speak Texan?
Dude, tornadoes are terrifying. You know what's cute? Is he come out here to Texas and all the Texans are like, oh my gosh, earthquakes are so terrifying, man. I'm like, you guys have tornadoes every year. You have hurricanes, which are gigantic.
I don't have to worry about any of that.
Goodness. I mean, okay, so earthquakes can be pretty impressive. I'll say that. But it only happens like, what, once every 10, 20 years you get a good one? Come on. These guys are like threatened with death every freaking spring and fall.
Not really.
Yes, really. By big, giant toilet swirlies in the sky.
Toilet swirlies.
Do you guys have a basement you can dive into?
No, because again we're on low plains near the Gulf, so it'll just flood.
Oh God, no, no, definitely not.
I mean, you can get tornado shelters built, which would be amazing, and I pray, God willing, someday we'll be able to get that done. But yeah, you can have tornado shelters built, but it's not very recommended to put them below ground. These are above ground tornado shelters that they make. So yeah, basically, it's just go into the centermost room of your house and cover up, wear a bicycle helmet, and hope for the best.
Goodness gracious.
Some of my fondest childhood memories, I guess, were everybody huddled up in the middle of the hallway, with mattresses on top of our heads.
Oh, check this out. Okay, so people from Texas are really cute. They're like, they don't fear anything, right? They're like, what's tornado over? And I'm like terrified of them. I'm from I'm born and raised in Southern California, so I'm like, what the heck is that? Anyhow, so we're in Keller, Texas. Joel's doing some kind of training done for his job when he worked at SpaceX.
Is this the tornado alarm story?
Yes.
Okay.
So I told you, I said, okay, we have some severe weather coming. They're talking about this and that and the other, and he's like, whatever. So 2:45 in the morning, my phone goes off, right? And I wake up and it's like weird, eerie wind sounds. And off in the distance, you hear all kinds of tornado sirens going off. Sounds like we're about to get invaded by some foreign nation out there, right? And I'm like, oh, so I'm like putting on my shoes. I'm like, oh. And I turn on the TV.
I'm trying to sleep.
And this is our first spring, for me anyway, here in Texas. So I'm just barely learning about severe weather and how all that works. So I turn on the news And the guy's like, yeah, there's rotation above the speedway. We're in a hotel literally across the highway from the speedway. And then the TV dies. Now, keep in mind, I tried to wake Joel up when the tornado warning went off. He's like, I'm going back to bed. Don't bug me again, right? Well, when the TV
Wake
cut
me
off.
up when you hear a train coming.
Yeah, exactly. And then by then it's too late. I'm like, really? So the TV cuts off. He gets up. Okay, so when Joel gets up, I get really scared.
Yeah, but I kept calm,
Yeah, he grabbed the tablet and we go out in the hallway and everybody's in the hallway in this 5-story hotel and like, okay, so where do we go?
Stairwell.
Yeah, that's that's kind of dangerous because that's where the outdoor facing wall.
Still strongest part of the structure.
Unless
of the
you have
building.
an inner stairwell, and then it's one of the stronger points.
They didn't have one of those at this hotel, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
darn.
yeah, but yeah, no, it turned out fine. But yeah, whenever Joel gets up, and then there was another storm we had that I thought that was mild. And Joel comes out of the room, he's going, okay, that wind doesn't sound right. Dude, I'm telling you, all the saliva in my mouth just dries up.
Sorry.
I'm like, oh, this is how we're going to die.
Never boring here.
No, it's not.
That's like
Janet Duttridge. She's just a new lady to praise the stream. Do you guys remember her?
Oh
Her
yeah.
name's Janet. Yeah. Yeah, she's just gracefully exited praise the stream for good, she said.
No.
No,
What happened?
serious.
What happened? I couldn't understand.
Janet gracefully exited whose stream?
Well,
Praise the stream.
she's a nice lady.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
If you guys know a way to invite her in here, just come hang and
Yeah.
she's welcome.
Yeah, there's
I
somewhere else.
don't have her contact details. I only see her on the stream.
Say again?
I don't have her contact details. I only see her on praise the stream.
Oh,
Understood.
I see. Okay.
And I was going to apologize. There's been a couple of other people been trying to join tonight, so I'll probably buy the subscription here to increase whatever.
Yeah, do that. I don't mind. How
I
much
can
is
pop
it?
out, so I can
Yeah,
pop out because I'm going to be heading to sleep.
I can make some room if you want. No problem.
and I can't stay very long either, so
Sure.
I'll go. I'm not a
It's
No,
very, very kind of you guys. There's no one pending right now, but yeah.
okay. Well, let me know.
Well, I'm going to probably fall asleep here in about 3 seconds, and I don't think you want to hear my snoring, so I'll pop the stream up and keep listening.
Sure.
Yeah.
I hope your spirit was lifted as well. You're relating everybody here.
Yep.
Really want to just encourage everybody to.
That was nice.
Hmm?
How do you say her? Guru lady? Is that what?
Guru.
I think so. I think so,
Guru?
Jeff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so, yeah. I think so.
She had a lovely accent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's a nice lady.
Yep.
So, what kind of Christians are you all?
Is there different kinds?
Yeah, unfortunately,
I am con praline Christian, man. That's my flavor.
praline. I see. What flavor am I? Beef jerky? I don't know.
Yeah, you're beef jerky. I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
We're not like the other ones. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they all say that, though.
We're the kind that like to act like Christ. How's that?
Either that or they say the other ones aren't Christians. There's only
We're
two.
we're just like the Anglicans, but we're more exciting.
Oh dear. Yeah, more exciting than Anglicans. I mean, that's like trying to trying to do the limbo underneath the Eiffel Tower or something.
Is that hard to do?
It's not. No.
I was being facetious. Sorry.
I beg your pardon. Sometimes I don't expect Americans to be facetious for some reason.
Sorry.
I don't know why. It's just my ignorance, obviously.
I spent about 3 or 4 days in Paris and did not get to see that tower. It sucks.
Okay.
I have to go back someday.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, that would have been disappointing, Joel.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
of all the things you can do in Paris.
Oh. Let me tell one more Nader story.
Uh-oh, here we
Just
go.
one more. So we had the sirens going off, right? And okay, you know how terrified I am of tornadoes and all that stuff. I mean, I've studied meteorology like crazy
Yes.
over the past several years because they scare me so bad. First time tornado warning siren goes off near our house. Do you think that me and Matt, my son, ran to the tub? Nope. We ran out to the driveway to see if we could see it.
Brave souls.
Apparently, that's how that works.
You didn't find it, did you?
No, it turned out to be like 5 or 6 miles
You
away.
know how fun it'll be to actually let you see a tornado in real life in your own eyes? Because I call her our resident meteorologist now. I didn't even know what a Torcon rating was until this woman. But she watches all the weather, the tornado hunter videos. She's
Extreme meteorologist Reed Timmer. Yes, he goes and chases these things. I'm like, you nuts, but I can't stop watching.
When or if we retire, we want to be a storm chaser together.
I think we'll be too old to run away from him. I
Never.
think we should not do that.
As long as
Still, at least you'd be able to drive away from them in the RV.
Depends if stuff starts to hit you or not.
Oh gosh, so scary. But yeah, no, they fascinate me but terrify me at the same time.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry about that. I had to tell that one story because wow, I can't believe I did that.
I think my
That's all right.
Sorry?
That's all good. I remember once we were in America and in one of the Dakotas, I think it was North Dakota.
Yes.
It started raining. And I'm from Britain and it rains a lot here, but I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. It was like just standing under a waterfall for about, I don't know, 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Lightning. Oh gosh, you know what's worse in Texas is Oklahoma. Oklahoma will scare the fire out of you. Oh my goodness. Their lightning goes from the ground up, so it looks like freaking lightning trees in the sky. I'm like, okay, this is a place I will never live. But yeah, we get this weird stuff here that I never saw in California a day in my life. It's constant lightning. It's constant.
Lightning?
Just constant flashes. And then not only that, but the thunder doesn't ever really go away. You got like these loud claps, and then you hear all day and all night. Oh my gosh, this place is weird.
No, that's pretty cool, I have to say. I do like thunder.
Me too. I love lightning. I love thunder, but I don't like naders.
I'm thinking my closest or worst encounter with tornado or naders, as you like to call them,
naders,
was when I was stationed in Alabama in Redstone Arsenal near Huntsville, and that's the heart of what they call tornado alley out in America, the whole strip. And Redstone traditionally just gets destroyed about every 10 years or so by multiple tornadoes every decade or so. And we're in this multi-story apartment complex on base and stuff, and I think there were 2 tornadoes that had hit this one particular night, and we just, everybody, we had a couple of neighbors. We all kind of shared, one of our rooms together and just kind of huddled up, try to be safe. But I'm sleeping, there's turmoil and black stuff floating around, everything's just swirling around outside. And all the neighbors are all freaking out, asking me how I could be so calm. I'm like, well, if it's our time, it's our time. But there's nothing you can do about it. Just try to be safe as possible. And I kind of loved it. It's kind of fascinating. It was loud, but
I was reading.
You lived.
I was reading. But you mentioned the Dakotas. From what I understand, they're. Oh my gosh, if a tornado's going to hit there, it's going to be freaking ugly, really ugly.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in the Dakotas either.
I almost wanted to move to South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're in that big economy boom.
Yeah.
I mean, North Dakota was a gorgeous state. I mean, really beautiful, really beautiful.
What were you doing there?
We just, my father took us on a trip, just driving around the States.
Nice.
We actually drove down the East Coast and then down as far as New Orleans, I think, and then up to the Dakotas and then back down again to California and up the West Coast.
Nice.
Right. Did you have a favorite few stops anywhere?
Well, I mean, I'm a nature guy. So, speaking of California, Zephyr Cove was beautiful. So that's Lake Louisiana, or it's Lake Louise, something like that. I think it's called.
Does that sound
Um,
familiar, Kelly?
Pardon?
Does that sound familiar to you?
What, California? What about it?
Lake Louise.
Run that by me one more time, honey?
Lake Louise.
Lake Louise. No, I don't think I've heard of that one. Is that somewhere like in Northern California or something?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
That's why. Okay.
and it's absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice.
Yeah, Northern California is stunning. Brown. Everything's brown. The ground, the dirt, the air. But Northern California is gorgeous.
Yeah, Utah. I like Utah.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
That was very spectacular. So, and Washington State was very beautiful as well. That's more like Britain.
Yeah, Washington State is drop dead gorgeous, but I'm gonna tell you something. The people there are pretty weird.
But I tell you, I genuinely speaking, I loved Americans when I was over there. They were the most hospitable people.
Oh,
We were in the middle of nowhere, and people would just come up and go, "You okay? Yeah, really? Yeah, no, I'm fine, thanks." Okay, you just you're not from around here, so we thought we'd come over and make sure you're okay. It's just amazing. And we ran out of water in the middle of the Salt Lake Desert, and the car broke down. And of course, we're scared as anything, right? And it took like 2-3 hours before someone drove past. And they drove past and just went, "Well, we don't really have anything, but," and the guy literally, drained everything he had in his car to pour into our radiator to get the car going. So we
No.
the nearest town, And it was like, oh wow, but that saved our lives. We were panicking like anything, running out of water in the middle of a desert like that. Not good.
Gosh.
But really nice people, and I loved it. This is going back. This was way back in the 70s, probably.
Oh, okay.
And so it was, different country, I suppose. But
yes, it was. Oh gosh,
Well.
unfortunately, and California was a lot different back in the 70s and 80s. And of course, I was too young to remember much of the 70s, but the 80s, I remember.
He's reminding me of some of the stories you used to share when you first came to Texas.
What's that?
Well, just people's hospitality.
Yeah, okay. So the way California works now
mm,
and has worked, from my young adulthood to present day is that if you mop your floor and you leave your mop out on the front porch just to let it drip dry out so you can bring it back inside, somebody's going to steal it. You have a nice doormat, that's gone too. And so I basically kept to myself because people don't think right in California these days. And I come to Texas and oh my gosh, the ratio is entirely inverse. There are more good people in Texas than there are bad people. Or in California, there's still good people, but there are more bad people, unfortunately, there. And that's why I fell head over heels in love with Texas.
Yeah,
we actually moved to Fort Worth for a few months as well when we stayed over there.
I remember how you were kind of
too hot.
When we first came here, we were living in a little town in North Texas, and I had this beat up old Volkswagen Golf that I was just driving. I was doing the 2010 Census Bureau at the time, and the car wasn't in the best of shape, and I was trying to jumpstart it this one day, and I was having a hard time with it. And this elderly lady down the road, and a neighbor who I didn't really talk to, which was rare. Usually we know all our neighbors. She's about 4 or 5 houses down, and she's like, "You guys need some help?" And I was like, "Yeah, just need to push start." And she's like, "Okay, I'll call my husband."
Off of work. He was at work.
Yeah, to come help jumpstart your car, and just something simple like that, and it seemed to.
Well, and then the workers down the street saw Joel and I struggling to get the car, going, so we could jumpstart it.
Yeah, it was a different day. We had some road workers, I guess. They're asphalting the road or something. Oh, the light.
Yeah.
And they're like, you need to move your car. I'm like, well, I need help starting it. They did.
All of them. Yeah, there was a big old pile of them came over there and helped. And I told Joel, I said, because he's real eager. You know, he's from Texas. This is the thing that he's used to. You know, where I'm from Southern California, I'm used to the opposite. And because he would pass by people with flashing lights on the freeway, and he'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this person, blah, 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 and help him out." And I'm going, "Okay, be careful, because there are people that will put on their hazards on the side of the road, and you go to try to help them, and they'll rob you." And he'd also, another thing that he would do in Texas, he could talk freely about anything political. I mean, just openly anything. And he happened to be talking about illegal immigration while we were still here in Texas eating at a restaurant. And I said, "Okay, this is a topic you can't unfortunately discuss in California, because somebody will pull out a gun and kill you."
Yay.
So yeah, there's big differences now, unfortunately, between
Wow.
California and
What
Texas.
to say is wow.
Yeah. We were driving through LA, and Joel's white knuckling it because, okay, so Los Angeles, I'm sure you visited there.
Downtown LA. Ooh.
He's going down I don't forget what freeway we were on.
In a giant 26-foot Penske truck in the middle of this freaking freeway.
He's white knuckling it. And I said, "You're good. Just don't make eye contact with other people on the freeways. They won't shoot you." You know what I mean?
It's like a wreck, right?
Gosh. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
crazy.
Things have changed, I tell you. I
Oh,
got
yeah.
lost in it. I got lost in and it wasn't LA. It was San Francisco.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is back. I mean, I met some guy on the street, and he helped me and took me to the local police station and ... And then parents eventually found me. Like, but it was
I'm glad you found a good person.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Really
was fine. Yeah, it was fine. And again, you know, beautiful city, right? Really nice. I really enjoyed being there. But I mean, I saw. I think I was like I saw a, what's it called, a tram go by, and I saw people just jumping on it. So I thought, "Oh, that looks fun." So I just ran over and jumped on the tram. You know, I was going, "I ought to get off this. How do you get off these things?" And it just went for ages. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite weird, really. But
Thanks.
yeah, good times.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to say thanks, Joel. I got to get going here. I'm going to fall
Oh,
asleep.
all right,
More than
honey.
welcome, and thank you, man.
Thank
I
you.
really like to catch up sometime, and we haven't talked in too long.
No, I've been a little busy. So,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
how's the job going?
Really super well. I'm
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I'm very super blessed. These are some of the best guys I've worked with in a long time.
Right on. That's all you can ask for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good talking to you again, honey. You have a good night.
You too. Take care. God bless you guys.
God
Sure.
bless you.
Take care.
See you, Gavin. Nice to talk to you, Simus.
Yeah, and you, Jesse. Take care.
God bless, Jesse.
Jeremy talking about the land of lakes. I haven't been there yet, but he reminded me, if you guys ever do get a chance to sightsee again in the United States, have you ever heard of the Blue Ridge Mountains?
Yes, Virginia, of course.
Well, they stretch from all the way from Virginia through to the Californias, or not, the Carolinas, the North and South Carolina as well. Parts
Right.
of Tennessee.
I want to go see them.
It is some of the most gorgeous mountain passes I've seen on the planet.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
I mean, I remember going through. Again, Utah had some amazing mountain scenery as well. That was quite stunning. And we went through some canyons as well, like down South California, which were just amazing as well. Ten Sleep Canyon. I remember the names more and the pictures more than where they were. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing was a bit of a blur because we did the whole trip in maybe 6 months or something, you know. So when you drive around somewhere as big as the States, it's like, oh my, and especially when everywhere was 55. It's number of hours in the car you've got to spend. So, but I mean, just amazing experience, you know, to drive around a country like that. And it's so diverse as well. I mean, that's the other thing that's really noticeable when you drive the whole thing in one go. It's like the people are just completely different.
Mhm.
All still very American, right? I mean that much is the same, but they just different accents. It's like it's like the UK is. You get a different accent every 5-6 miles or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, pretty
Well-
much. I'm exaggerating, right? It might be nearer like 100 miles, and you get a different accent.
You remember the movie My Fair Lady?
Oh my gosh, I love that silly movie.
All right. I don't think there are any English people in that, are there? They're all Americans doing English accents.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Look at the English. Speak English.
No, it's why can't the English learn to speak?
Oh,
Yeah,
the Americans haven't learned. They haven't spoken English in years. He said, or something like that.
yeah.
It's cute.
Oh no, definitely not since the 1800s. Would have thought.
It's cute. Well, he's passed away now, but he's from Australia. He's actually born in Scotland, raised in Australia. And oh my goodness, I miss him so bad. We used to pick on each other. He called cookies biscuits. I'm like, they're cookies, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh man, we went round and round for like 10-15 years with this.
Yeah.
I miss him so bad. He was so sassy. Oh my gosh. Love
Mhm.
with
I know what you mean. I actually grew up in Canada, so I've got yet another string to my bow. So I know about the differences between English and American, because yeah, they don't speak proper English in Canada either. I'm just
It was cute because they had these cookies, biscuits, lol, in Australia called Tim Tams, and I love them. I love them. I love them. So I'd give him guff about them being cookies and not biscuits, and he'd take pictures of the Tim Tams made by the company Arnott's down there, and say these are all mine. You can't have any. So up here in the United States, Pepperidge Farm, which is another common cookie company or whatever, started putting out their version of Tim Tams. So on the package it said wafer cookie, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking a picture. He says those aren't the real Tim Tams, those are fakes.
yeah, all right. Well, everything's American these days. That's the way I look at it. Has been since youth, It's like the difference is amazing. The amount of culture that America exports is just, you wouldn't believe it. It's changed the world. I mean, when I was a kid, McDonald's was like, when it was a treat. We used to go to McDonald's. I used to go after my music lessons, and that was like the treats, for doing that. And it came back to this country, nothing, no McDonald's. Another 10 years later, by the time it got to the 80s, everywhere. McDonald's is everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, it's shocking. I mean, that's just a rough example, but I could go on. I mean, skateboards, right? In the 70s, we never had skateboards in this country. You know what I mean? And then suddenly they're ubiquitous, right? Now there's a skate park down the road, And it's like, what the? Okay. You name it. You name it. Lycra. Nobody wore Lycra.
That reminds me of an old commentary. I forget who said it decades ago about technology, about how America doesn't necessarily invent everything first. America didn't invent the first car, didn't invent the first light bulb, but America tends to make things that makes everything cheaper for everybody.
That's true. Yeah, it's a big market. So mass production is a lot easier in America.
Right. Yeah. It's like Jell-O, for example, used to be only for the rich and the famous, because it was hard to make back then. Now everybody loves Jell-O.
I'm not sure I know exactly what it is, but I can guess.
You probably know it. It's like a flavored gelatin.
Yes.
Yep.
I gathered it was something similar. Oh, Tim Tams is Spooky Bedhair says Tim Tams are basically Kit Kats. So thank you, Spooky. I now understand. Yes.
Yep. They're delicious. They're amazing, and I love them. Yep.
Although the proper name is Kit Kat. definitely. But we won't go there.
Guys, I've got to make a phone call, but I shall return.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
darling.
We'll probably be here for you.
Yeah, good luck. Dude.
All good. All good.
Tim Tam cookies. That's what, but our Knots is going to call them biscuits.
Oh my god, look at that. That's not a Kit Kat either. That's more like a penguin.
Yes.
Tim Tam Originals. Yes, anyway, so but I've never worried about it myself, you know, because
Oh, I don't worry about it either. I just liked picking on him because he'd get real feisty and it was so cute with his little Australian accent and everything. Oh my gosh. Anything to get him going. Yep.
We were hearing Jason getting upset, I guess, night before, on Praise's channel. And he's Australian. Like, yep, there we go. That's just Australians.
Yeah, he's getting a bit of a reputation, that guy, apparently.
Yep. I find it endearing. I mean, as long as they're not over the top hateful and just abusive.
I actually found that to be extremely rare. Yeah, they're passionate. Boy, they'll give you a tongue lashing like no other, but for them to be actually hateful, for my experience anyway, that's pretty rare.
Well, so yeah, the average Australian, they're one of my favorite types of people where they'll argue with you and they'll beat you up, but then they'll go buy your beer afterwards.
Yeah.
And they'll call you the most creative names.
Yes.
See, that's the thing I love most about them. They're so creative.
Okay. I'll just say okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got a fair number of Aussie friends, and they're definitely witty. I'll say that much.
They are. Oh, they're too quick. Oh my god.
Indeed, yeah. Big shout out to Agrippa if he's listening. But yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Okay, interesting. Well, it's been really good to meet you. I'm going to have to shoot off as well, I think.
All right, love. All right. Yeah, it was really good to meet you. You're welcome here
thank
anytime.
you.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm on the opposite camp, just for declaration. So you're fully aware of who I am. I'm what you call a hard atheist. So I'm one of those guys that gets the tongue lashing from time to time, but I don't mind either. I think it's all part of the game. So.
That's you're respectful, you're good, you don't engage in nonsense, and that I respect ultimately. Absolutely. Yeah. The difference of opinion doesn't bother me.
Cool. Well, that's so nice to hear. So I wish you both very best, and thank you very much for entertaining me. And I'll see you again sometime, I hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Thank you very much, Joel. Take care. I don't know your name, I'm afraid.
That's Mrs. Joel, they call her.
Mrs. Joel. Okay, Mrs. Joel. I've seen you around a little bit, Joel, and I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, then.
Take care, honey. Have a good night. Or day. I think it's daytime over there, isn't it?
Oh.
Probably, yeah.
6-hour difference. So
ahead, right? I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's probably close to 10 o'clock their time.
In the morning? Oh my
gosh.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning right now.
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
They say,
yeah.
Goodness.
It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Thank you to you guys for chatting with us and it's 10 a.m. Okay, you're right, y'all. For chatting with us in text too. I apologize, but I need new glasses. It's hard to see.
Spooky bad hair. Bad hair. If you want, I'll link the channel. If you want to join, that name alone sounds worthy to meet your personality. Right? I'm trying to do copy, paste. Come on, computer. There we go. Take care, Jesse.
Jesse. Talk to you soon, hon. Good group of people tonight. That's lovely.
Yeah. I wish we could find it more elsewhere. But yeah. You guys want to talk about anything else? Talk about chemistry, rocket science.
Anything.
Lord of the Rings, tornadoes.
Yeah.
You had a brick that just crossed your screen. That was weird.
Cookies.
What's that with the brick?
They're looking to buy bricks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looking for red bricks for free. I will come unload them up. That's different. I've seen somebody looking for free red
I
bricks.
saw somebody selling boot spurs a little while ago, and I had to giggle to myself. I'm like, I love Texas so much.
Yep. I wonder if you can
State.
find free red bricks on eBay.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
But some kind Texan would probably message that person.
All right. Well, if you feel like talking as well, we're here. All are welcome. Just no drama. You're reminding me of that shirt that you bought me years ago. It said something about I didn't lose my brain. I sold it on eBay.
Yeah, it was something silly.
Yeah.
I find anything. I love silly stuff. I love silly. Oh, I love it.
I didn't lose my mind. I sold it on eBay.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind, pretty lady?
Me?
Yeah, you.
My brain's wearing down. I'm tired.
So
Yeah.
still got something on it.
Sure.
Usually. Someone as smart as you.
Just regular.
I wish. I keep telling her that. I wish you were regular. That way the rest of the world would be nicer. Mrs. Joel, we're just a regular person.
But I am.
Nope.
Yep.
I've been around.
You're very cute.
Very adamant.
Mm.
Seen the best and the worst of humanity. And you're not normal.
Mm.
Unfortunately. You're quite rare.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting tired, my love.
Sure. Well, if there's another conversations anybody wants to enjoy sharing, we'll probably go ahead and take off then too. But I'm still a little awake.
Yeah, it's good to meet you, Spooky. I hope we get to see you again soon.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hang out with good folks.
Trying to brainstorm right now. No, SpaceX, they launched that satellite for Turkey the other day. The TurkSat, they called it. It's kind of catchy. It was perfect. Launch and landing as usual. Nice and boring. Like Elon says he wants it to be. It's kind of cool when they released the satellite because it took a little while. It deployed a little slower than usual, so it's kind of cool to watch it. What else is new? I'm trying to think. Must be tired too because I can't think of.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. My brain is oatmeal now.
Oatmeal.
Yep. Oh, hey, we get some snow coming to Texas, y'all.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's going to be, we're under winter storm watch. Oh, yeah. That's kind of weird and exciting because from Southern California, I mean, what is precipitation anyway? So that's kind of fun. Can't wait to watch that. Yeah. Dude, I could legit throw snowballs at you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
Sounds like fun, though.
Have you ever been hit by a snowball in real life?
Yes. Of course I have.
When?
They have mountains in California.
Yeah.
My former stepfather had a cabin in Idlewild.
Right.
And yeah, it snowed up there. Heck yeah.
You threw snowballs?
Oh, absolutely.
That was when you were like
young.
6 months old or so, right?
No.
Maybe 7, 3.
12, 13.
Yeah.
14. Yeah.
Scientists cooled a nanoparticle to the quantum limit. I don't remember what a quantum limit was. I know what absolute zero is. 0 Kelvin.
Sounds like a drink.
Yeah, probably is. Because even if you were to move a piece of quanta back into the zero energy state, it's still at the zero energy state. It's still not exact. It's still spinning. Still in its base orbit. So what the heck are they talking about, man? Effective temperature based on the motion of the entire nanoparticle. 100 million. See? 100 million atoms is nanopart. This is ridiculous. This is from sciencenews.org. It reached 12 millionths of a Kelvin. There's a point where it doesn't matter how cold, how close to zero it is. 12 millionths of a zero? It's kind of pedantic at that point. Levitating with the laser. See, this is old school. IBM was freezing and moving atoms 40 years ago. They spelled out the word IBM, or the letters IBM in uranium atoms. And there's been cooler things since then, so. Oh, I very rarely visited Smokey's channel, Spooky. Yeah, that was too much. But I tried to enjoy Praise's channel with them for as long as I could. Tonight was the unfortunate final effort. So, talked about that a little earlier. Principia may have been more popular than previously thought. Yeah, there's some weird headlines in the science journals today. Light-based quantum computer Jizhang, how do you pronounce that, has achieved quantum supremacy. Excuse me. Photonic quantum computer which harnesses particles of light or photons. Performing calculations impossible for a conventional computer. Yeah. China reported online December 3rd. IBM did that, what, 5 years ago now? At least 3 to 5 years ago. Their Q1, IBM sells a commercial grade quantum computer now, China. I hate to break it to you. Your little quantum supremacy thing, whatever milestone that is. This is ridiculous. First independent confirmation of Google's claim they can really achieve quantum supremacy. I don't understand why. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if you have any questions about anything spooky I can help with, let me know. I'm just kind of nerding out right now. This is Joel scrolling through the Facebook. Well, hey, look, there's that red brick for sale or giveaway again. The red brick's getting what? Twitter won't let you hashtag 1984's a dystopian novel about an evil big tech government that spies on everyone, censors and manipulates speech, punishes wrong thought. Oh, they're talking about George Orwell. And tortures dissidents for sport. There's Orwellian, and then there's banning references to Orwellian.
I thought you'd like that.
It's cute. There's Orwellian, then there's banning references to Orwellian. That's the next level Orwellian. Oh, yep. Interesting observation, Mr. Davis. George Orwell. Mr. Hayes shared that, huh?
Yep. He was T-80 tank in PL4.
Yep.
He's a
Be
storm
nice.
chaser now.
I don't know if Mr. George was saved or not, but if he's up there, it'd be nice to let him know, hey, you're off by, you're close. About 30 or 40 years or so.
Yeah. Ready for bed.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing really interesting. And it's always wannabe science journal. Enormous X-ray bubbles balloon from the center of the Milky Way.
You mean Milky Way?
That's what I tried to say. What was I going to say?
You said Michael Way. Who's that?
I was first thinking the universe, but because they're showing the typical Planck sky map. So what? This is gobbledygook.
Yeah, it's just illustration.
The Milky Way galaxy does not look like that. I hate to break it. Who's this? Sciencenews.org. Independent journalism since 1921. You're putting fake pictures out. It's weird. Two giant mysterious bubbles spew from the Mercury's heart, and now it appears the bubbles may have doubles. Wow. Poetry. You look dazzled. Scientists have known for a decade that two bubbles of charged particles, or plasma, flank the plane of the Milky Way. Fermi bubbles.
Is it Fermi or
And
Fermi?
they're stealing fermions, which are it's a subatomic part. Actually, it's a quantum particle. So why would they would call a macro scale galactic size microwave transmission of a Fermi bubble? It's kind of backwards. It's like they ran into things to call things. So it's ridiculous. High energy light called gamma rays. It's called radiation, people. Gamma rays is just a... Oh my gosh. Where do people get their science these days? X-ray telescope has revealed large bubbles. Yeah, that's how microwave and gamma ray type electromagnetic frequencies expand, people, and dissipate. Just like radio waves on planet Earth. So it goes out in a bubble. Like a dome. Did you know that? You could see radio waves, quote unquote. You're driving out in the country, you see those giant radio towers.
Mm-hmm.
You see giant domes everywhere.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That's why you drive away, you get further away enough, you lose your radio signal.
Yeah.
And usually you'll pick up another one.
Going from bubble to bubble.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And if you're flying, the bubbles are smaller at the top. And that's all they're describing. These giant bubbles in the galaxy. Radio bubbles.
Okay.
Silly. Summarize the whole article in 5 seconds.
Yep.
Next. I was going to call. Really? You just flipped it for good measure? Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking I liked, who was the other popular futurist guy? H.G. Wells. I think I liked his stuff a little better than Orwell's. Not that Orwell's wasn't.
I liked Orwell a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he had some good stuff, but Wells was a little better for me.
George Orwell's 1984, of course, an Animal Farm. Animal Farm's really good.
I hated that book.
I liked it.
Yeah, this is too disturbing.
Well, it's just true.
Well, that's the problem. It's too true to basic human nature.
Yep.
And people still don't learn.
No.
Which I guess was the point. You're wrong. It's okay.
Yep. And Ayn Rand, although I loved Atlas Shrugged, my favorite. I haven't read The Fountainhead. I'll throw that out there.
I started to. It was boring.
But
no offense to.
my favorite by Ayn Rand was Anthem.
Yeah.
Yep. I loved Anthem.
Yep. It wasn't full of romantic.
Well, it was just a really good freaking.
It was short. Yep. It's fun.
Very well.
I wouldn't mind rereading Atlas Shrugged again.
Yeah,
especially after being tainted by the crappy movies. The book was really
at least somebody finally attempted to make movies.
I know. They've got budgets and stuff. I know. They tried. Failed.
No.
Yeah, I guess they were. I just did a brain scan and I don't remember any huge flaws in the movies.
No. It was a little hokey.
Well,
but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to portray all the sex and romance too, I guess. But and at least, and I'm very thankful that they didn't go into the just what was it? I don't know, like 30-page diatribe, huh? No, the diet from
Danconia.
No, it was he had some long ones, and then the very end one from
John Galt.
Yes, John Galt was just unbearable. It was brilliant. in the first, 300 or 400 pages or so, but after that, I was like, come on, dude. And he supposedly had captured the attention of everyone on the planet through television.
If you think about just Ayn Rand's perspective, where she came from,
Oh yeah,
what she grew up with,
oh yeah,
you know that she basically just wanted to pour all of her thoughts, her whole heart into it.
Well, that's why it's so brilliant.
Yeah.
Now she portrayed harsh reality through fiction accurately.
Yep.
To help portray a story that people could learn and talk about. Because harsh reality is offensive and people don't like to be reminded of it. So if you put a little bit of fiction in it, parallel it with a good story, it's more entertaining and people will be more interested in talking. And so it's effective and it's brilliant. She was brilliant, to say the least.
Are we ready, honey?
And I think you could see it. Did you see those black and white interviews that they had with her?
Yeah.
They're on YouTube now.
I know.
And you can just see the extreme intelligence in her eyes, the way she just couldn't keep her eyes steady. She's analyzing everything,
Well, she's trying to find right words.
Yeah.
Oh.
You coming back or you done?
I'm about done.
Yes, ma'am. All right, everybody who's still listening, I really appreciate you. I hope we encouraged everybody just to show a good example of how to be kind and welcoming. We didn't have it, we could have had some disagreements, but we didn't. But the point was to show that there is such a thing as civilized disagreement.
Well, just being able to stay civilized and not need to create problems.
Right. No need for drama. I know it might be boring for the people out there that crave drama, but I don't care. Too bad. Go have your fun. There are the few of us who want to be peaceful, especially those who want to obey Christ. So I will probably have another stream tomorrow, more than likely. I think my only other obstacle, I got a little bit of work I need to catch up on. We ironed that one bug we were having with that test thing we were doing. Which I'm having a brain fart what my test problem was right now.
Yeah.
Something to do with, huh? Yeah, I got notes for it. Something about the.
Yeah, it was really good to talk to you and to actually meet you, and yeah, It was really nice. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Hope to see you again.
Your picture reminds me of Sesame Street.
How?
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have little disco things, little swirlies and pinball machines. You remember?
No.
What? You didn't grow up with Sesame Street?
No.
What?
I actually didn't. I caught most of my Sesame Street when I was grown.
Yeah? Showing up to the kids?
Kids, yeah.
Well, you've seen that.
Well, I didn't grow up with it.
Well, no. Okay, no. But still, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
A little, 70s disco thing.
When I was a kid, I was an outdoor kid. I was always outside. Yep.
Tomboy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you ain't a tomboy anymore.
Oh, heck no. I'm a house cat. I'm a house cat.
I was trying to think of a nice way of putting that, but I couldn't think of one.
Oh, more than a house cat. I like video games.
Yes. She's my gamer babe now.
Fun. Anyway, you have a good night, Spooky.
Yes.
See you soon.
Thank you guys again. God bless.
Yep.
Everybody, whether you believe in God or not.
That's right.
You will one of these days soon.
God willing. All things.
Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Good night.